Okay, we're just going to get started in Sukhasana, easy seat. Does anybody have any requests after the long weekend? No, just move. Okay, we'll do a little pigeon. We're going to be doing a lot of little hip things, so just come to Sukhasana, easy seat. You can sit on a block or a blanket. Sometimes that feels better on the knees. And just start to notice your breath. Just your natural breath, how you came in here. Maybe you're breathing quickly, short, shallow breaths from the chest. That's usually how we breathe throughout the day when we get anxious or nervous or we're faced with fear. So this practice helps us on the mat. Obviously, breath helps, but even as we go out there and a stressful situation might arise, if you just take a moment just to notice the breath and deepen the breath. So inhaling for a count of 3, 2, 1. Part the lips and sigh out the mouth. 2 more times like that. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Part the lips, sigh out the mouth. 1 more time like that. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. And then as you continue on with your breath, just exhale with the mouth closed. Maybe the tongue is touching the roof of your mouth. You're creating that ujjayi breath. Inhaling for 3, 2, 1. Exhaling out the nose. 3, 2, 1. Just evening out the breath. So we're coming to the end of the summer. It's not technically the seasonal end, but after Labor Day, we all kind of feel like, oh gosh, winter's going to be here. But September is such a beautiful time, even though we're busy with starting and planning. It's just a nice time to get outside for a walk and just appreciate that we are blessed to live in an area where there's changes of season. As we move on the mat today, let's just think about that. Just gratitude for what's to come. Deepening that breath, inhale and exhale. And on the next inhale, reach the arms up and around and touch them overhead. Pressing shoulders down away from the ears. Inhale 1 more time, and on the exhale, flip the palms away from you and just bring your hands down to the mat. Inhale 1 more time, up. And exhale it down. 1 more time, inhale up. And this time on the exhale, take the left hand to the right knee and the right arm behind you for a light twist. Sitting up nice and tall. Feeling those sits bones into the mat. And keeping the left hand where it is, just take the right arm up over your ear and bend over, stretching out the side waist. And then bringing that right arm to the left knee, and then just bringing the left arm behind you, sitting up nice and tall for a twist over in the other direction. And keeping that right arm where it is, just take the left arm, reach up over your ear and bend into it, stretching out that side waist. One more inhale. And exhale, bring that hand down. Maybe switch the crossing of the legs. Inhale those arms up one more time. And then start to bend over those crossed legs. Maybe you keep your fingers tented this time and wiggle your sits bones. And then when you're ready, chin to chest, just folding down. And lifting up, walking those hands back towards you. And just coming on to hands and knees to tabletop. If you need a blanket to pad up your knees, I know I do. And stacking your shoulders over wrists, tucking those toes in, just waking up the spine. Inhale, look up, arch the spine. Exhale, push the ground away. Inhale to your cow. Exhale, pushing the ground away. Inhale. And exhale. And the next inhale, coming to stillness. Reach the right arm up and then thread the needle underneath that left arm, right cheek to the ground. If you can't get your cheek to the ground, you can put it on a block. You can walk that left hand out a little bit if you want a deeper stretch. And walking that left hand in, coming back to tabletop and just taking that over to the other side. Inhale, left arm rises, thread that needle, left cheek to the ground, walking that right hand forward. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, come back up to tabletop. And just sit back into a child's pose. Knees can be wide, toes touching, just stretching out those hips. And I do offer some hands-on. If you prefer, I pass you. Just flip your palms up now so I know. Okay, coming back up into tabletop. Lift that right leg long, flexing those toes, and then press those toes down to the back of the mat and just push the ground away with your hands. You're stretching out that calf. And coming back up to neutral, lifting that leg. And now this time, lift your left arm too for a spinal balance. And you can stay right here. Tuck the toes if you need help with your balance. Inhale, and on the exhale, crunch elbow to knee. Exhale it out long. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale it out long. Inhale, elbow to knee. Exhale it out long. And then place that left arm down, keeping this right leg up. And we're just going to take it over, cross it over that left leg and take a peek back at your foot to stretch out that side waist. One more inhale, and on the exhale, just lift it back up, bring that knee down. We take it over to the other side. So lifting that left leg, flexing that foot, and bringing those toes down to the ground and pushing the ground away to stretch out that calf. And coming back up, stacking shoulders over wrists, lift that leg. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you reach that right arm forward for the spinal balance. And on the next exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale it out long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale it out long. Exhale, elbow to knee. One more time. Inhale it out long. Exhale, elbow to knee. Bring that hand down. Keep your leg lifted, and we just cross that left leg over the right and take a peek back at that foot, stretching out the hips and the side waist. Inhale it back up and just coming back into tabletop, tucking the toes. We lift up into our first downward facing dog. So first one of the morning. So maybe you want to pedal out those legs. Bend one knee and then the other. Really pressing into our thumb and pointer finger. Take it out of the wrist. Lifting those hips up towards the ceiling, gaze to the back of the room. On the next inhale, we're just going to slowly tiptoe towards our hands, coming into our forward fold. And then slowly, like a rag doll, we're coming up to stand. Head, neck, and shoulders at last. Palms facing the front of the room, shoulders down away from the ears. All three corners of the foot grounding into the earth. Inhale, reach your arms up and around, Ardha Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Hands to shins, flat back to prepare. Hands down, we step our right foot back and step our left foot back to meet it. And then lower your way, knees, chest, chin. Straighten those legs, coming up into our low cobra. Roll toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk to the front of the mat, forward fold, Uttanasana. Exhale, half lift to prepare. Arms up and around, Ardha Hastasana. We're gonna go right back down, add on a bit. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Hands down, we step our right foot back. Right knee down, top of right foot, coming into our low lunge. So low lunge can be right here, hands on the thigh, or you can lift right up, gaze to where the ceiling meets the wall, palms facing one another. Inhale, right hand down, left arm to the sky for a twist. Hands down, we step back, lower your way, knees, chest, chin, or Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing, and downward facing dog. Inhale, lift that right leg high, step it on through for a low lunge on this side. So hands to your thigh or reaching your arms up and around. Really pressing into all 10 toes, the top of your back foot and the bottom of your front foot. Inhale, exhale, left arm down, right arm to the sky for a twist. Hands down, lift that back knee, and just step forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, reach your arms up and around. Exhale, right back down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Step that right foot back, coming right into your low lunge. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, right hand down, left arm to the sky for the twist. And this time we're going to take our right foot slightly off the mat and bring the left leg back for a modified side plank. So for this one, we're just keeping our foot down, just really pressing into the outer edge of that left foot. Inhale. And on the exhale, just bring that foot back up, hands inside the foot, and scooch that left foot maybe a little more to the left side of your mat. So your hands are inside your foot. We're in this high lizard pose. Just staying here and stretching out that hip. And the next inhale, lift that back knee and just hop it forward outside the right hand, coming right into our Malasana squat in front of the mat. If your heels don't come down, you sit on a block or 2 or 3. Really pressing those hips away from you, chest up, opening up that hip. Inhale, exhale, hands to the ground and just coming into a wide leg forward fold. Maybe you grab opposite elbows here and sway left and right. And slowly we toe heel our feet hip width distance apart. And come right up. Ardhva will come down and just take it on the other side. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Hands to shins, flat back to prepare. And this time we step our left foot back, left knee down, top of right foot, coming right into that low lunge. I feel like you guys are so far away from me. I need to move. Inhale, exhale, left arm down, right arm to the sky for the twist. And from here, we're coming into that modified side plank. So left foot kicks off the mat a little bit. Right foot comes to the back of the mat. We're just pressing into the outer edge of that foot. Nice. Inhale, bring that right foot back. Where are we? Which leg is down? Okay, sorry. Inhale, we bring that right foot back to the top of the mat and bring our hands inside that foot for our lizard. Really pressing that right leg into the right arm. Inhale, we lift that back knee up and just step it outside that left hand, coming into our Malasana squat. Maybe this time in our Malasana, we bring our elbows together and notice if our legs collapse in. So we're really, even though our elbows are here, we need to engage our thighs as well to keep our hips stable. Inhale, hands to the ground, lift up into that wide leg forward fold. Maybe you grab peace fingers around the toe this time, wrapping your thumbs and peace fingers around that big toe, elbows out to the side, just folding deeply. Inhale, toe heel those feet hip width distance apart. And come on up. One more time. We're going to run through that one more time, a little quicker with some options. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, hands down, right leg back, coming right into that low lunge again. Inhale, lifts up. Exhale, right hand down, left arm to the sky. Maybe this time in your twist, you start to reach that hand towards the back of the room. Maybe you lift that back foot and just try to reach for it. Maybe not. And then coming back with your hand extended to the ceiling, we're going to come into that modified side plank. So right foot shifts off for balance. And this time in your modified side plank, maybe you want to lift that leg and flex the foot. Maybe you want to reach back for that foot. If you're reaching back for that foot, really opening up, making sure that you're engaging in that bottom foot that's on the ground, pushing into your hand. Left leg is just kicking into your foot, into your hand. And we unbind, coming back up, bringing that left foot outside the left hand, coming into the high lizard. Maybe this time in your lizard, you go a little deeper and you bring your hands or your forearms to the ground or a block. Nice. If you have the block there, remove the block, come back up on your hands. And then with a little oomph, we're coming into that Malasana squat. And this time in your Malasana squat, we're going to take the right hand, extend it out beyond the right knee, left arm to the sky for a twist. Looking up at that left hand. If you have any kind of bind here, bird of paradise, you can go for it. Inhale, exhale, come back to center, wide leg forward, fold. And this time you might take yogi toe lock, or you might bring your toes right onto your hands for gorilla. So bring your toes right up to your wrists. Head hangs. Releasing that grip and coming back up and around. We just take it over to the other side. Toe heel our feet hip width distance apart. Exhale, forward fold. Flat back. Hands to the ground. This time we take our left foot back, coming right into that low lunge. Really sinking into that left hip. Pressing into our feet. Inhale, exhale, left arm down, right arm to the sky. If you took options on the other side, you could take them here, reaching that right arm towards the back of the room. Maybe lifting that foot and reaching for it. Even if you don't get it, you can just get that feeling of that extra stretch in that left hip. Exhale, your hand back up to the sky, taking that left foot off the mat for that kickstand and coming into our modified side plank. Maybe taking the option you took on the other side, lifting that foot. Maybe you're reaching back for the foot. Good. Nice. Put your toes down like this. This will give you a little more balance. There you go. Nice. Release what you're holding on to and bring that lifted foot back towards the front of the mat. Hands inside that right foot for your lizard on this side. So staying in your high lizard, or if you took it on the other side, just bringing your forearms to the mat or a block. If you're bringing your forearms down, making sure that you're still bringing that left knee towards that right knee towards the right shoulder. And coming back up, removing the block. We lift that back knee, coming into our Malasana squat. This time, extending the left arm long, the right arm to the sky, looking up at that right arm. Good. Taking whatever bind you have. Inhaling one more time. Exhale. Coming through center. Forward fold over those legs. Toe heel in. And right away, we come up and around. Hands to prayer. Samastiti. 3 rounds of Sun A with a lot of options. That was good. Inhale, reach those arms up and around. Toes together, heels apart, coming into our chair pose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale right away, straighten and bend, fold over, Uttanasana. Stepping right foot back, stepping left foot back. Chaturanga Dandasana, or knees, chest, chin. Slide through to your low cobra or upward dog. Roll toes under, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift that right leg high. Maybe you bend and open up the hip. And then bring your right knee to your right elbow, crunch it in. Inhale. Inhale it back up, 3-legged dog. Inhale, exhale that knee to your nose. Hold. And then stepping that foot between the hands. Back foot comes down to a 45-degree angle, coming up into our warrior 1. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, we're just going to take our hands and place them so the heel of our hands are at the top of our waist, toes down, fingers down towards your toes. So we're just in this, like, I don't know, I call it like the chicken, whatever. So strutting our wings. Inhale, look up. Exhale, coming into humble warrior with your hands just on your waist like this. It's a little less intense. Inhale, exhale. If you need to put your hands down to reset, that's fine. So right shoulder inside right knee. Inhale it back up, warrior one. Hands to the ground, step back plank, lower your way, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana, upward facing or cobra. Roll toes under, downward facing dog. Right away, lift that left leg high. Maybe you bend and open up the hip. Inhale, exhale, left knee to left elbow. Inhale it back up. Exhale, left knee to nose, hold here. 1, 2. Place that left foot in between the hands. Spiral that back foot down, coming right up into our warrior one. Shoulders down away from the ear, deep bend in that left knee. Good. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, bringing those hands to your sacrum, fingers down, really pressing those elbows towards each other, opening up the chest. Inhale, exhale, left shoulder inside that left knee for humble warrior. Really engaging that left thigh. Inhale, exhale, come back up, warrior one. Hands to the mat, step back plank, lower your way, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga dandasana. Slide through to cobra or upward facing. Roll toes under, downward facing dog. And come to a child's pose if you need a rest. Let's all come to a child's pose, actually. When you're ready, lift up into downward facing dog. We just have one more round of standing, and then we'll take it down. Let's walk or hop your feet to your hands. Forward fold. Half lift to prepare. And then right away, we're going to sit back into our chair pose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, straighten legs, hands to the mat. We'll step back plank. And we'll come right into our downward facing dog. Inhale, lift that right leg high. Maybe you bend and open up the hip. Maybe you flip your dog. Take whatever you need here. Inhale, and on the exhale, right knee to right elbow. Inhale it back up. Inhale, right knee to your nose, hold, and then step it through. Back heel on a 45-degree angle, coming right up into our warrior one. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Inhale. This time you might stick with the first option, just hands on the hip, or you might clasp your hands and stretch your hands long down towards your knee. Look up, inhale, exhale, right shoulder inside that right knee for your humble warrior. Gaze to the left, to the right toe. You're reaching forward. Inhale back up to warrior one. And then change nothing but the back foot. We're just going to lift that back heel for a transition here. So we're coming into high lunge just for a breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and then open it on up. Warrior two. So in Warrior two, our right foot is on a 90-degree angle, and we're tracking that right knee towards the pinky toe side. So you're opening up this hip. And really, the back foot should be parallel to the short edge of the mat. Great, everybody looks great. Gaze over those right fingertips. Inhale and exhale. Good. Just come this way just a little bit. Good. Inhale, flip the palm, reverse that warrior. And then bringing right arm to right, whatever this is, thigh. Can't speak. Left arm to the sky. If you have a deeper variation, you want to bring your hand to the mat or a block inside that foot, you can. Taking half bind or full bind. Inhale, come back up, warrior two. Our legs, our thighs should be on fire right now. Inhale, straighten that front leg, and then slowly hinge forward, placing that right hand anywhere on the leg, stacking shoulders. If you want to bring a block inside that foot, and bring your hand to a block. So we're tucking that right hip back and slightly rotating the left hip forward. Really engaging quads here. Inhale, removing your props or just setting them off to the side. Bring your hands to both sides of your front foot and just stepping that back foot in like 6 to 8 inches, enough so you can keep both legs straight-ish. If you need to have a slight bend in that front leg, perfectly fine. Back foot on a 45-degree angle, coming into our pyramid pose, chin towards your shin. If you need blocks on either side of the foot here to get deeper into this fold, take what you need. And slowly coming up. If you have the blocks, you can just bring them a little forward. If you're not on blocks, just bring your hands forward and slowly start to get light on that back foot, lifting up into our standing split. Really spiraling the left hip down towards the mat, squaring the hips. And then with blocks or not, just flattening out your back here, coming into a modified warrior three. If you have full warrior three, you can bring your hands to prayer or behind you. And then slowly coming up, bringing that left leg with you, hugging in that left knee. Getting your balance first. Finding your drishti here, something that's not moving, really pressing into that right toe. And you can stay here, or if you have tree pose, start to open up that hip, and the foot comes anywhere on the leg. So toe can be down to start. So you have your balance. The foot can come below the knee. Really engaging Mula Bandha here, that muscle that stops you from urinating. If you have This option, you can bring that foot above the knee. And coming over to a wall can be helpful too. And then coming out as you came in, bringing that, I can't look at all of you and do it. Bringing that knee forward and just resting that leg down, shaking it out. A lot of work there. We're just going to take that all on the other side. Inhale, arms up and around. Sit right back into our chair pose. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, hands to the mat. Step back plank. And go through your knees, chest, chin, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward facing. And we all meet in downward facing dog. Right away, we lift that left leg long, bend and open the hip. Bringing that left knee to left elbow. Inhaling it back up. Exhale, knee to nose. Stepping on through, coming up, warrior one. Inhale, take whatever option feels good for your shoulders and hands, clasping hands, looking up, and then bringing that left shoulder inside that left knee for your humble warrior. And the humble warrior, really engaging that back leg, back outside of the foot. Gaze towards your toes, the front toes. Lifting back up, inhaling warrior one. And just for our transition, we lift that back heel into our high lunge. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, open on up, warrior two on this side. Holding our warrior two. Nice, good. I see you self-corrected before I even got here. Inhale, left palm to the sky, reverse that warrior. And then placing that left arm on the left thigh, right arm to the sky for our side angle. If you have other options, hand can go to a block or the mat, half bind or full bind. If you tried your bird, you can try it on this side if you want. And coming back up into our warrior two. We straighten that front leg, reach forward, reach till you can't reach anymore. And bringing that hand anywhere on the foot. It's more important to open up the shoulders. Good. Stacking shoulders. Tucking that left hip in and slightly bringing that right hip, rotating that right hip towards the front. Engaging your thighs. Inhale, come back up. And then bring those hands on either side of the foot, stepping the back foot in 6 to 8 inches, however much you need to keep both legs straight-ish. Chin towards your shin. And if your hands are on blocks, you're just going to move the blocks forward. Get light on that back foot and just coming into your standing split, squaring hips down towards the mat. That was a Tiffany. And then coming into that modified warrior three. So hands can be on blocks as long as your back is flat. Or you come in your full warrior three, hands to prayer. Really pressing into that left toe. And then swing that right foot forward, hugging that knee in. So staying here and balancing is fine. really pressing into that left toe. And even though your legs aren't next to each other, act like they are and push them towards each other. And then if you have it, you can take that knee out and bring it anywhere inside on the inside of the leg. So this is tree, right? You're opening up that hip. And foot can be, you can bring your foot up if you're ready, right below the knee. And when we're balancing, we're really trying to push this foot into the leg and the leg into the foot equally. If we're doing one too much, we're going to fall. If you have it, you can bring it above the knee, never on the knee, always above or below. And coming out as we came in, bringing that knee to the front, foot down, run around, loosen up. Inhale, arms up and around. Hands to prayer, Samasthiti. One more time, up and around, forward fold. And we're just gonna step right back to our downward facing dog. And now we're gonna come in that pigeon that everybody loves so much. So if you have anything going on with your knees, you're gonna take this on your back. I can show you that option. Lifting the right leg high and just bringing that right knee behind the right wrist. And then bring the left ankle towards that left wrist as much as you can. And if your hips are up, you can always place a blanket under that right hip. So staying high and just getting set up here. And then slowly melting that chest down, reaching the arms forward, coming into your pigeon. Good, good. Inhale, lift up, walk those hands back. We're just going to take the left leg, swing it around and coming into our spinal twist. We didn't do too much seated twisting, so inhale, we lift that right arm high and we're hugging in that right knee, left arm behind. Yeah. Inhale, exhale, counter twist the other way. If you're on your back, you can just do a spinal twist. And then coming right back into our downward facing dog. And we'll take that on the other side. Lift that left leg high, left knee behind left wrist, left ankle behind left wrist. It doesn't have to be completely parallel. If that doesn't feel good for your hips, you can bring that left foot towards you a little more. Sitting up nice and tall and slowly melting that chest down, arms forward. Yeah, there. Oh, there you go. Perfect. Inhale and exhale. Next inhale, slowly coming up, walking your hands back. And just taking that right leg around this time for the seated twist. my knee's been bothering me, so I'm taking the bottom leg long. That's always an option. So hugging that left knee in, right arm behind you for the twist. And counter twist the other way. And then just bringing both legs long out in front, hands by your hips, Dandasana, staff pose, flexing those toes towards your nose. Inhale, slowly bend forward. Paschimottanasana, forward fold. Reaching those hands towards the feet. Hands can be on blocks. And again, chin towards your shin. And slowly coming back up. And rolling one vertebra at a time. Slowly engaging those abs on the way down. And coming down. We'll take one back bend of choice. So you can lift up into bridge. You can take a block under your sacrum for supported bridge. If you're taking bridge, really pressing into your feet, engaging those quads. You don't want to feel this in your lower back. And coming down. Feet together, knees apart, Supta Baddha Konasana. Hands to belly. Maybe really noticing that breath. Has it changed since the beginning of class? Are you calmer now? You might be sweaty, but I'm sure you feel better. The last pose I'm going to offer is Happy Baby. So taking your feet towards the ceiling. And you can either just take your shins like this, or arms between the legs, hands on the outer edges of your feet, pushing your legs down into the mat, low spine down into the mat. And when you're ready, letting your legs go down long down the mat, setting up for your Shavasana. Sorry, no REM during Shavasana. So we're skipping. I never quite get through my playlist. So just letting it all go. If you want to bolster under your legs to get comfy, I can bring you one. And just letting it all go. Relaxing the right hand, wrist, arm, shoulder, side waist, hips. Relaxing those legs, toes. Relax the left toes and the right toes, the foot, top of the feet, bottom of the feet. Relax that left leg, left hip, left side waist, left arm, wrist, hand. Relax that spine, from the base of your spine all the way up to the base of your neck, and the back of your head, all those little muscles in the face, letting the jaw go, releasing the tongue from the roof of the mouth. Relax your whole body. Slowly start to invite deeper breaths into the body. Maybe wiggling the toes and the fingers. And taking those arms up overhead for a good morning stretch, stretching the feet out long. And whenever you're ready, hugging your knees into your chest, rocking left and right, massaging the spine. And when you're ready, coming up to a seat. Bringing hands to prayer. We're going to end class with the universal sound of Om. Inhaling. Om. Thank you all for showing up today, and enjoy this beautiful season. Namaste. Oh, thank you. Thank you for coming.